So,
You should have given us a bit more warning so we could do our stupid faces.
I mean, you do that naturally anyway, so it works out fine. Nah. So what does everyone do? Like, you're in here now. Constantine, you know you've actually kind of got a job to do today. Oh, sorry, one more person. Did you invite Balls? Because Balls is actually, like, head of guard. And has never been anything but pleasant to you, I think.
Matt, don't you understand? If Balls is at the party, who's gonna watch the fucking gate?
No, the gates are just
he has
open.
the balls to do it.
The gates are closed. Open. No, it's not even the gates are closed. The gates are just open. Madmen are just coming in with like machetes, like unchallenged. It's chaos.
Finally, he's gone. The great balls.
We don't have to talk to that asshole.
Yeah, it honestly depends on if Balls is like important or if he's put on the gate because nobody likes him.
He's head of guards. Like Major is in charge, but he actually does the running of shit.
He'd probably be okay. Do I know that? Do Captain Embers and him have any problems? Like, would he be watchful of her?
I don't know.
Yeah,
probably.
No, you decided that Balls had found out that I was killing people, but we didn't really follow that up.
I forgot that from the first session. Well, we've not had any real reason to yet because you've been out of town.
Yeah, but I hold a grudge. I'm good at that.
Yeah. It depends whether or not you told Graves that, I suppose, as well. If you would have thought to be like, don't invite Balls because he knows that I murder people.
I don't think I'd tell Graves that I murder people, to be honest. I prefer playing the innocent girl, about town.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think...
innocent.
Yeah, I wouldn't have extended a invitation to him directly, no. But if he heard of it and tried to come, that's a thing. He can try. But other than that, I wouldn't have extended him one directly.
All right, cool. Good to know.
I would like to have a talk with Embers.
Yeah.
At the park.
I mean, you're not alone with that. There's a small crowd of people starting to form around Embers.
Yeah, but we know each other.
I know, but like, yeah, you can make me aware because the blindfolds come off. Everyone goes, "Wow!" Because this place sounds amazing by non-apocalypse standards. So
yeah.
There's a lot of like, "Wow!" and people coming around, but yeah, people pretty quickly go, "Wow, hello," and start making a few people have gathered around Embers pretty quickly. But yeah, you can make your way over, Green.
Yeah, if there's a crowd around Embers, Graves would want to make his way over too.
Yeah, and I want to find Graves too, so this all works out very well.
I want to speak to Graves, but to be honest, this is sounding like a bit of it's just that everybody's merging on me.
But I think Graves would first go around and greeting all the important people, and then wait until he could slip in when Embers is like, we can be alone, so that he can actually talk.
Okay, cool.
Phrasing, no slipping in. No,
at some point when there's like some people around you, like, do you look like you enjoy a crowd of people being around you or nah?
I act like I enjoy it, but really I like keeping to the shadows.
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to read you to find out if you actually enjoy this or not. Because if I notice you not enjoying it, I want to give you a way out of this. But if I don't, I'm just going to be like, okay, yeah, she's into it. So I'm going to read a person.
God, your
Green's just on his game today.
Social butterfly. Yeah, ask your questions.
Yeah.
And while you're
what's your character really feeling right now?
I guess a little swamped. There's a little too much attention on me.
Okay, cool. What does your character intend to do at this party?
I don't know. I don't know how much I found out from Graves. I
think personally in your invitation, it was probably like you're going to see some people you want to see there, and you definitely saw them when you came in. The inspectors.
Oh, if I saw them when I come in, then my aim is to ensure that the inspectors meet with an unfortunate accident. But so I'm kind of on the prowl. I want to lay low a little bit and ensure that some people meet with a sticky end.
Yeah, so I kind of see you like
phrasing,
looking around thinkingly, and I just like, You hear a voice behind you say, "Hello, Captain."
What? Jesus. Hi. Green. Hi, Green. Hi. Sorry,
I
it's
like
just
look
crap.
around at all the people a little bit, and I like extend my arm out, and I say, "Why don't you walk with me?"
Yeah.
Excuse me,
Yeah,
I
I'd like
believe
that.
I was talking to the young lady.
Who's that?
This is the guy from Castletown. He's wearing a tabard with a castle on it, and has a sword at his hip and a AK-47 across his back, and is kind of wearing leather underneath it. It's like, I was talking with her. You can't just. He looks you up and down and kind of goes, Were you aware you were coming to a function today? You're looking a little travel worn."
It's a long way here from where I make it. You're from Castletown, yes?
Of course. Do I know you? Do you trade with Castletown? It's quite close by.
Not a lot. I haven't personally been there, but
Some of your
we do
people
some
go
trade.
sometimes. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
Yes, well, I believe I was. We're all talking. You shouldn't just steal them away mid conversation, should you? Come on.
Well, Emma and I, we have some important things to talk about, so I believe she has time for small talk later.
Yeah, I will be right back, honey. It's just this is quite pressing.
Well, all right, very well. And the young man kind of, looks over at his. The other guy with him is clearly like a bodyguard, like quite tall. Again, has a sword, but like is also wearing Kevlar armor as well as a tabard. You can just kind of see it poking out from underneath it. And the guy looks over, and you hear him say very, very quietly, "Verily, thy has been cock-blocked."
I love a man of distinction.
So this guy came over to Embers and was like, "Milady?" I interest you in the conversation.
Oh,
Yeah, then I should get my Milady gif out.
yeah.
No, you should fucking not. Don't click any gifts that are shared by Matt.
What is Domino doing right now?
Domino
Can I even see her?
has beelined away from the crowd and has found a nice corner to keep her hood up and drink some of the booze she managed to snag off a tray and eat canapes.
So yeah, I like walk away a little bit with Embers and I say, "Noticed you looking around a bit nervously. Something going on at this party?"
No, just a couple of people that mean me and Farah no good.
You know Farah?
Yeah, I
She,
know Farah.
showed up at the grotto a little, unannounced to say the least.
Yeah,
she's,
she does that.
But she's nice. Who means the two of you harm?
You know what? Don't worry about it too much. I think I'll be able to handle it. But if shit starts going south, then just stick by me. I guess
Yeah, if you need any help, you can count on me. Domino's here as well.
Domino's here.
Yes, and I
how are they
kind of
doing?
nod over to her or them, and I say,
You see like a pile of hood and like and like
"They're all right. Still feel a bit naked, but
I'll go over and say hi to them, but I want to give them a bit of space, so I'm not going to be too OTT. Maybe once the crowd has settled down a bit,
yeah." And
Graves and Constantine, what are you doing? Maybe we can see some graves. We've not seen a lot of graves yet because we were fucking around on land for so long.
Yeah. I just making sure it's not crazy loud. Tell me if it gets too loud.
It's okay.
So yeah, I think Graves is definitely paying attention to them. Like he's gone through and greeted people, of course, but across the room, his eyes are on green because it's green. I mean,
Yeah.
and his eyes are on Embers, and he's watching them walk. And maybe Constantine sees Graves. I don't know how Constantine cares about Graves, but I think at this point, the person singing on stage, like there is entertainment already, and it's probably Gams. Like she's just opening.
Okay, so Gams
And-
is like doing the opening, like kind of soft greeting music. Cool.
Yeah.
As you're watching Green and Embers sort of having a wee chat, from just behind you, you hear, I must say, this is quite an impressive establishment you've managed to create for yourself.
And I turn around to see who this is.
Yeah, it's Glockter, the Inquisitor you invited along. He's kind of dressed in the North Haven Brook style, which is kind of Edwardian in its look. He's got kind of a fancy black trench coat that kind of goes down with some embroidery, waistcoat and stuff, but it's all kind of distracted by just the fucked upness of him in general. One of his legs is like twisted and bent, like, you know, the ankle's pointing a little bit the wrong way, and he's putting his weight on a cane to his side, and his back's a little twisted as well. His head's shaved very close, and you can see some like scars around the scalp and around his eyes. One of the eyes is slightly red and sort of weeping at all times. There's a little bit of like weeping. He has to every now and then dab it with a handkerchief. And all of his teeth are uneven and broken in different places. Like, one of them will be mostly intact, and one of them will be gone, and one will be broken. So it caused him to speak with a bit of a lisp. It's like,
Yeah.
you've done wonderful things with the place. Truly, very impressive. I look forward to trying the food too. I haven't had a decent meal in some time.
Yeah, and I think when Graves turns around and looks at him, before he like lets a word come out of his mouth, I want to read this guy first. So, let me get that. Go. Oh, that's not the right one. Yeah, that's one. Take one down. It's 11. It's 11.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
I apologize.
You should. You monster. Yeah, no, that's fine. 11. So yeah, ask your questions.
Yeah.
And you notice just over his shoulder, there's another guy standing. He's got long dark hair. He's dressed all in black, like very kind of military dress. And he's got like a half mask, like a black half mask covering the bottom of his face. His hair's a little greasy, a little oily, but his eyes, it looks like he's probably smiling under the mask. He has kind of smiling eyes.
Does he have a robotic right arm by any chance?
No.
No.
Oh, he's not quite Winter Soldier. Well, that's probably a pretty good analogy for his look. Yeah. Yeah, fuck it, he has a robotic right arm now.
Yeah, so as I see this guy behind him. Do they look like they're together, or do I just like notice him in the room?
Yes, he's standing very much like supporting bodyguard. You're guessing this is this would be his +1. Even if you didn't give him a +1, he'd have brought one. The guy is
I know how North Haven people are. I live with them. They're not the best. Yeah, so as he's talking to me, what does he want me to do right now? Like, how would the best greeting for him be? Like, what does he wish I'd do? Like, entering this room, does he want to be treated like the most fancy guy in the room? Or is he the guy that wants to be treated like equal?
He is used to people he's used to people being intensely uncomfortable around him. Because of his deformities and because of his position. He would actually be most happy if you... He'd probably be happy if you treated him like a equal and didn't flinch away from what he looks like. He'd be happy. If you said it right and asked him how he, like, sort of alluded to the fact he's probably in pain and, like, asked if, like, you know, if he's alright, but not in a disrespectful way. Because you get the feeling he doesn't get that a lot. People just skirt around it because they find him intimidating.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so I think the way Graves would introduce himself, and he'd turn around and say that, and Graves would just his face would not be disgust, it would be a smile, like, oh, it's great to meet you, and like, great to see you. And he comes up and he probably puts his hand around him, like around his shoulder, like it's good to see you," and he like goes to shake his like caned hand.
Yeah. I mean, he winces very slightly for a second, but like puts it not like a wince of like, "Oh, don't touch me," as in an actual wince of, "Oh God, that hurt." Like just from the handshake, but he
and I
covers
think,
it quite
like,
quickly.
He instant like he feel like when he shakes his hand, and he feels the wince. He like loosens it, and he's like, you must sit down. You must sit down. It must be cold out there. I have a seat for you, a comfortable seat, someone that would suit you." And like I gesture to a table that has one of the like lazy boys sit up, and it's like it has like two spikes in the back of it, probably to keep it from rocking back.
Oh yeah.
It has two spikes on the seat.
It just comes out of his
Yeah,
chest.
just to kill. Yeah, just to kill it.
To
Yeah, no,
poke
but I mean,
right in the arse.
that's the right word. Sports.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like just for him to sit at one of like the candlelit tables.
Yeah, no, he's like, "Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you, very kind indeed." And do you like take his arm and help him along? Like he wouldn't ask for it, but
Oh no, I would take his arm and like I would continue the handshake to be like, "Let me sit you down." Like I walk him and I sit him down.
all right, you take him over to see. He kind of like at first like no, don't, but then like it's a little bit tricky to get around because obviously there's a lot of stairs and stuff. So he accepts. Although you do notice as he accepts, his man ends up like standing strategically in your blind spot as you move. And then you help him down. It's like, "Thank you very much, Graves. It was most kind of you. Like I said, an impressive display you've managed to put on here."
Only the finest for the finest. And he kind of like sits down in the one next to him. And I think Graves winks at his bodyguard, like, "You don't have to be here," but he's still gonna continue like talking.
He goes, "I'm not the finest though, but I appreciate your attempt at the sweet talking, as unnecessary as it is. I am aware of my position and my place in all this."
Yeah, what's he really feeling right now? Does he actually feel like it's too much, or does he feel like it's not enough? Like, what is he really feeling?
A little bit amused that you tried to butter him up. People don't. People normally do that when they're like worried he's gonna torture them. Yeah, mild amusement. It's like, "I am not the finest. I am but a cripple with an unfortunate task I must undertake. I was surprised to get your invite, in all honesty. I know a bit about you, Graves, and your leaving of North Havenbrook. I didn't think you'd be wanting one of your fellow townspeople in your establishment."
You know, I left there, not the best way, but a little bit of home always makes me feel better, and having you here makes it that way.
Yes, you still have a flair for the North Havenbrook level of finery, he says, sort of looking around. Maybe even beyond it. At least you haven't forgotten everything from home.
And Graves nods and he says, "Well, what can I get you? I can." And he like kind of like grabs someone and he's like, "What do you fancy? Meat, drink, anything? I can."
Oh, some whiskey. Little food when it's ready. I'll have a look at the menu. And an explanation as to why I was invited here.
Fucking poison him. Fucking poison him.
An explanation right here.
No one invites an inquisitor. We are an unfortunate thing that shows up at your door. We're not invited to fancy events.
Alrighty. Here's my last question. It's gonna be, how can I get him to feel comfortable and like okay, I'm welcome here. What does he need to hear?
You can't. There's no way this man will ever feel entirely comfortable. He is just by nature has to be on guard, and the stuff he's gone through has made it so he will never fully trust people.
Okay, so there's no way I can get him to drop this guard. Okay,
Not completely, no.
not completely, no. But
But you've done a good job so far by being like welcoming without kissing his ass too much. Like you've done a good path so far. You get that feeling.
Yeah, and
he's suspicious. And he asks, yes, why have you brought me here? We're not exactly a pleasant occurrence for most.
Yeah, and he finishes telling Ba to grab the whiskey for him, and he turns back and he says, I don't always need a reason for what I do. I just feel like it's a time to bring people together right before the winter. It always gets cold. I don't want everybody losing touch.
Kind of stares at you for a little while. Could you roll cool for me?
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're acting on a fire, and the fire is this guy's natural suspicion of you. And the fact you do have ulterior motives for having him here.
Yeah.
Imagine. Oh, you're not actually that cool. Despite your suave clothing.
Yeah, I'm not super cool.
Nice.
But I'm all right.
Yeah. So he's just see him kind of watching you for a time, and then he nods his head and he's like, "Very good. Yes. I look forward to the show. You should return to your guests. They will enjoy your I'm sure they'll be happy to hear from you. And thank you once again for the invite and for your help to the seat."
And he Graves nods and he says, I have other guests to attend. And he probably turns around and spots someone else.
Yeah. Verily, it is I from Castletown. And you have to chat with this guy for like 20 minutes.
Basically, yeah.
I say verily, I think like there's a weird mix of people from Castletown who speak like knights and people who just have Uzis and are psychos. So, who wants to go next? Who's got something they want to do at this party, like while we're kind of getting to the starting of it?
I wanted to talk to Domino, but Constantine hasn't done anything at the party yet. If you want to have a go.
You sure? I don't mind. Okay.
Yeah, go for it, man.
Okay. Yeah, so I mean, like, I'm there as an interior motive. Obviously the girl Pepper knows over there. I suppose we kind of go like kind of like a date kind of thing. Keep up that appearance. Get some food, get some hors d'oeuvres, get some drink. While those times we're going around doing all this, probably talking to some guests. I'm basically reading the situation, judging the guards, see if they're doing kind of rotation, what the kind of staff areas are, what leads to the kitchen, what leads to the actual staff areas, that kind of thing.
Awesome. Roll that shit.
Oh, I get to mark as well. Oh, this didn't do it. Do it again. There you go.
9. Cool. It's rolling really well today. 9. So you get to ask a question.
Let's see. I don't know who's in control. I suppose it's the best way. What's my best way in? Best way past.
There's a door next to the stage that you've noticed kind of members of staff going through and coming out with like you can tell, okay, this door probably leads off to the kitchen. This door seems to just lead off, like, you know that this door's where you came from. There's a door next to the stage you think leads up onto the stage, and there's another one that you saw somebody, like, you saw one of Graves' people go back there and come out with like a personal effect of some kind, like they went in and changed their jacket. And you suspect that might lead into like where the staff are staying. Which would so that would be kind of the part of the ship they've set up to live in / kind of just be their little section. So if you're looking to just go straight to stealing Gam's shit, getting in there might be kind of the way to do it. The other option is you could maybe like double back, find your way into like the bowels of the ship, and like just try and find a really roundabout way and hope they haven't closed off all the hatches. You might less likely to get spotted that way because the door is obviously a little. There are people lighting the door. I don't really know what Graves' security is. I guess it's just you've got regulars and they keep an eye out on stuff.
Yeah, like the security is everybody like looking out. There's specific people that are just hanging around. It's not like there's a specific security team. I don't have a gang or anything, but I have everybody's keeping an eye out. Definitely like there's someone everywhere kind of vibe.
Yeah.
To go back to the Deadpool movie, I imagine it's like when
I think I'm going to make the same analogy I made earlier. When Weasel gets pinned against the bar and everyone draws and points it at the girl. Go
exactly.
Enjoy your midnight screening of Blade 2. Yeah, I don't know why I love that line. Yeah, cool. There's definitely always somebody. Every time someone walks, like people are. Graves doesn't have enough people to have someone posted at the door. But people do tend to look that way every now. Like you can tell they're like going, "Yep, cool, that bit's still good."
Okay. I suppose the second thing I'll be doing is looking at the female staff, or even the male staff, just to kind of see who would be like an easy target. To see if I could kind of get any of them, seduce them, and be like, maybe we should go somewhere more quiet. That kind of mentality. Yeah. So I have a more of a reason to go back there if I don't want to sneak.
Yeah, we've already talked about Litz. Litz was the one handing out the invitations. She kind of looks a little self-conscious. I suppose I should make you read a person or situation for this, but that one's quite obvious. There's this kind of younger, slightly girl who's kind of handing some stuff out. Toyota Bar Lamprey Camo. What are there like? Any of them fit that description, Graves?
I feel like Camo is probably really drunk somewhere, like at the end of it, like at the end of the bar, really already messed up.
Yeah,
they're the louder one. They're reciting lines at the bar for no reason. But
see one of your actors. See, like
one of
classically trained.
The one who always wants to be the lead, but is never the lead.
Yeah, nice.
What light through your window breaks? No, wait, fuck, wrong piece.
Don't say the name of the Scottish play. Drunk Ian McKellen is...
Yeah, that or I think Litz as well. Litz seems like, the way you described her, she seems like a shy, self-conscious person. But.
Yeah. I don't know. Would I need to read a person to see which one would be fun to me, or should I just go from what you told me?
Yeah, I'm giving kind of the pretty basic information, but you can read a person to make it more like official and get your +1. As you're kind of looking around beside you, Pepper is like, okay, mind on the job, Constantine. If I was actually your date, I'd be pretty offended right now. Little shit. Sorry. Don't swear. You know that normally Pepper has a bit of a... swears a bit much, and she's trying to fight that because she's in a posh place?
Yes, well, I am on the job, and I am trying to do everything I can for all of my arsenal. I suggest you learn that trade if you're going to be useful.
Yeah, you're always trying to do every fucking thing you can.
Tish.
You sound like your sister. Yeah. So I'll
dead glare.
I'll read a person to see if I can determine which one would be best for me to go for.
Would somebody roll a miss so I can make a fucking move?
Well, let me do some rolling, Matt. I am the miss person.
That is true.
So the questions. How many questions? I asked 3. Shit. Okay. So
you can hang on to one if you want to keep it, sort of thing.
I think because everyone's kind of here right now, everyone's kind of schmoozing. It'd be best for me to kind of ask.
Yeah, go
so, in terms of which animal here is most vulnerable to me, I mean that in the terms of me being able to get the kind of seductive hand across, so I can kind of schmooze them to kind of be like, maybe we should go to a quieter place. That's what I mean with that one.
Okay.
It's
It's not Litz, which was the kind of one you were obviously thinking. While she's a bit shy and self-conscious, she's also probably more of more likely to like flight when faced with Constantine.
Flaky.
It might be. Actually, it's probably Camo. Like, not so much like, hey, come back here and we'll sex. It's like, hey, I'm a big fan of your work. Please take me in the back and talk about your process with me. Do you have any materials to show me on it? In the back? Like,
I'm actually an amateur myself.
Into Matt's chat up lines here.
Do you come here often?
Do you have any source materials on you?
Reem got all the source materials on him.
Who here is the biggest threat?
who here is the biggest threat?
Okay, shit goes south.
There's like some characters I don't want to introduce unless you actually fail. So this is the biggest threat right now until somebody rolls a miss and I introduce someone to fuck you over. But I'd say
from the people I can see then.
Probably the biggest threat you can see at the moment is might be Jesus Forrester. Him and Wolf have old history. Apart from Wolf, he's the biggest independent group in the base. And although he's not really as directly here as a gang of vicious thugs, there's been like a lot of brawling between Foresters and the pack over the years. And he does have a natural their group has a natural want to one-up you, effectively. Which can occasionally turn violent. That's the biggest. It's a pretty mild threat at the moment, but like,
that's the person who can cause me most trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I hold on to the last one.
Cool.
Yeah, I suppose I'll make my way over to. I kind of just say to Pepper, schmooze with her a bit, to be like, remember we're here on the clock. If I disappear, it's to do work. Trying to draw too much attention to it. Trying to draw some attention to yourself. We're here as friends and colleagues, not together. Whatever that might change depending on how the story goes.
Oh, yay. Okay, great. Thanks. I mean, you couldn't just at least pretend that we're on a date? No, it's fine. It's fine. Sheep doesn't date. Fuck.
Mine and prize, Pepper. Think about other stuff later.
Not good. Sorry, it's the skirt talking. It's making me. I need to get trousers back on.
I was going to say.
Yeah, she's not sure how to act. She's used to just like going "fuck you" and then like punching someone. Now she's having to try and act with decorum.
It's like, fuck, I don't like you. Damn it.
So yeah, do you start like, as you start like making your way? I think I'm guessing you're making your way towards Camo. Liana moves in front of you.
Remind me who this is. Sorry.
This is your lieutenant, second kind of in command.
Yeah.
The older woman.
Oh, she's here.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
she's just appears like in front of you, still wearing complete biker outfit. Like she hasn't made any attempt to like dress nice at all. I don't know what Constantine looks like. I think Constantine probably still just bare-chested, like new tattoos, slightly red. But
yeah, I mean, like he probably has a shirt on because he has to go in the cold, but he still just has like the kind of like tanned leather jacket.
Yeah,
and some nice boots.
Yeah, she appears in front of you and is like tilts her head to the side and goes and says, "How's the work going?" Well.
All this pressure. He's only been there for 2 fucking minutes.
Have you got
The bags come off. Where are the drugs?
Have you got an idea?
Yes, and it would be a lot easier if people didn't keep coming up to me in a very crowded environment.
Well,
I'm enjoying the atmosphere, yes.
good, good. Let me know if you need any help. Right.
Hey,
Come along, Twitch.
Really.
Aye!
You had to get him in there, didn't you?
yeah.
Oh yeah, Twitch like comes up. She's quite tall and Twitch is quite short, so he only comes up to about her shoulder. But he reaches up and takes Liana's arm. It's like, oh, I came with Wolf's invite. And Twitch is like normally Twitch is always shirtless even in the winter, but he's found like a tuxedo that's much too big for him. And it's like going over his like knuckles and like around there. He's like looks up at you and goes, "Sup, brother?"
What's up, Twitch? Stay frosty.
I'm always frosty, yo. He's white, by the way,
Cool.
and pale as shit white. Like, but he's still got like he's probably got a baseball cap on under all his spiky hair.
I do like that one, like.
Yeah, he does one back, and then probably adds like a couple of. Yeah. Yeah, the darkness shall take us. Okay, I think Liana's like, oh, okay, come on. Oh, for fuck's sake! And walks
Yeah,
off.
if Liana came in, Graves would have had an eye on that, so he probably saw the interchange.
Yeah, it definitely came on a Wolf's invite. Cool. So you make your way over. You make your way. I don't know why Apocalypse World is my favorite NPCs, but it always does. You make your way over towards Camo. I don't want to do like a full scene with Camo yet, but just roll a hot move for me to see if you can get him to take you. Like, basically, I love your work. Can I get a quick chat with you beforehand?
Mm.
I imagine Constantine saying it like, "Oh wow, I really like your work," with just like a flat face and dead eyes.
I like your work.
He needs concrete reassurance that you like his work. I think, does Constantine know any Shakespeare or?
I suppose like I want to be totally illiterate. The higher ups in the gang have some intelligence, they need to organize such an amount. So he's come across a few books.
Yeah.
So
I'll be honest, I think the only
job.
person in your gang who could read is Liana. Wolf can't read. It's not even a case of like not being educated. It's just something that really got lost. Like.
Yeah. So I'd probably I suppose if she would have taught the younger kids or read stories or books are important for some degrees, mostly mechanical books. I'm guessing how to fix your bike and shit like that.
It's like, this is how you repair your bike, and then she might read you a bit from Narcos or something.
Yeah. I don't know then, because I don't know how concrete. I would just say that what do I know about Graves? Oh, I would have, because I know that from his last place, from where I was before. I'd just say that I caught one of her plays back in that town, wherever it was where he stood up to me. But I won't mention I was that person. And I just feel I caught you at that place. It was fantastic. Now I get to see you again.
You sort of say, "Oh, I'm an old fan. I knew you from back before you came to this base." Yeah, I think that'll do. That'll do to get him he's drunk and it's pretty easy. So he's like, "Yes, come. I'll show you some of my materials in the back. Yes, come with me."
Splendid.
I mean, am I on point with Camo here? I'm starting to picture yes, I'm a classically trained actor, in the apocalypse.
Yeah, the guy who's I need to be in the front, but does not need to be in the front.
For some reason, he's wearing a white powdered wig, and clearly wearing makeup.
He's too fancy.
He also on stage totally has the actor voice, right?
Yes.
I am a person doing acting.
I imagine there's some town somewhere who people just live as actors as daily lives.
You know what?
Like their culture.
We've been talking about how some people have like go crazy, but not in a directly aggressive and dangerous way. I think Camo's one of them. I think Camo believes himself on some level to be like either a re-embodied actor from the ye olden days, or just has a complete obsession with the idea and lives it 24/7. Like he can't turn it off.
Have you guys seen a series of unfortunate events?
In
My head, I see him as like Jim Carrey's
Count
character.
Olaf?
Yeah, Count
Yeah,
Olaf.
I see an unfortunate. Fuck. I see an unfortunate number of events every Saturday. Is what I wanted to say, but then I fucked up the sentence.
So you-
It was necessarily
Yeah, he's definitely the guy that like always gets drunk, but he's an actor, so then he tries to
he's-
continue being an actor when he's drunk.
He feels
and
he's
it's
supposed to be drunk. Also, like, wine isn't really something you get from the Foresters. It's more like distilled, like, liquors. And it doesn't really come from most places. Somehow he always has wine. He has his own hookup. It comes in
That's
on
why
the
he
boat
gets to
and...
stay.
Yeah.
Does he have a wine glass, like a proper wine glass?
He has a
from somewhere?
goblet, like, on his ringed finger.
Yes.
And it's always sloshing around and almost falling on his
You know.
pantaloons.
Grapes! I need grapes!
Come, I will show you my original screenplay in the back. Ugh. And he staggers off. It is worth saying though, people are noticing you staggering off with him because Camo is not subtle.
Yeah, I just kind of go, don't fall over. We gotta get to the back first.
You see, like the Foresters is like, Jesus Christ. It's like, and Jesus Forester goes, no, Jesus Forester.
El Forester.
Embers, you want to have a
Yes.
chat with Domino?
Maybe. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up 2 drinks. I want to go sit next to her, and then I want to read or try and read a person. But I'm
Alright.
going to put a drink down in front of her, just sit and have
Picks
a couple
up.
of sips of my drink.
Ian's drinking
I
it.
would probably also be there. Because I definitely want to sit with Domino.
And you two
I-
were talking. Although, does Embers make it clear that you want a minute to talk to them alone?
Yeah, I would probably say I just have a couple.
Alright,
of seconds.
cool. Then
I shouldn't be long.
I'll go have a talk with Graves, because I haven't seen him in a while, and, we're friends.
Cool. You guys want to just... Oh, well, I have to be Domino. Never mind. I'll pee soon. I'll find my time.
Okay.
You
Hold
can
it,
pee
hold it.
when Graves and I are talking, I
Yes,
guess.
that's
Or
what I
Graves
want.
and me.
Oh, see, this is why you need me to roll more often.
Why I
I'm
need you
the
to
miss
roll.
machine.
It's okay. It's
Oh.
okay. I'm just going to make a wee note here. Don't worry, I'm not going to fuck you over.
No, that's fine. No, it'd be
I have
harsh
someone
to
else
fuck
in
her.
mind.
You don't want to kill off Embers. She just rolls so badly.
Yeah.
I really wanted a decent roll on this because I don't want to fuck off Domino.
You still get to ask her a question.
Yeah. I want to ask her. What does your character wish I'd do?
Get her more alcohol.
Cool. I will go get like a bottle, come back down, sit down. Don't actually talk to her or say anything. Just have a few drinks, and then after a little while, say, like, sort of, kind of to myself, like, it's been good. It's been good, and then just leave. Because I know she kind of wants to be alone-ish and just get drunk. So
I liked you more as a redhead.
yeah, me too. But shit happens, you know.
Yeah.
I liked you more when you had your tattoos, and I'm not staring or anything.
The
It's
worst thing to say to them. Yeah. She like pulls her hood down a little further and goes, "Yeah, me too." I
If
heard
there's anything I can do to help, just let me know. You know, I've
you
after if you need it.
you killed that fucker who shot me, right?
Yeah, I fucked him up good. I cut off his cock and sewed it to his head. It was hilarious.
Domino like holds up one fist, like fist bumps
Yeah,
you and goes,
I go for. You know, we've made it slightly awkward now. We must both.
yeah, no,
Yes.
no, they
Yeah.
boom. They both like, you both like have a, there's just like a wee brief, it's like, you've done more than enough. Hell, you even helped get me up to the grotto.
It's the least I could do. I had to sing for you. I sang Hallelujah. I wish you'd been awake to hear it. It was moving as shit.
I don't think I've ever heard you sing.
I get the feeling you're going to hear me sing. I'm going to speak to Graves, see if I can get up on stage during the interval.
Nice. Are you, like, shit?
We'll have to wait and see. To be honest, lately, I've been suffering a little bit. I mean, not to put any context on it, but 2 4s? That's all I've fucking done this game? 2 4s? Then I have a few more drinks.
I think you're having... I hope you're not breaking on me, are you? Drink some Green's water or something. Don't go crazy.
Oh, I don't know, man.
Maybe your voice would, you know, sound a little better if you wore more clothing and, you know, weren't cold all the time.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, it's like the middle of winter, right?
Yeah.
And Embers is just running around in the trench coat.
I love how an 8 is still like only a partial
Still
success.
only a partial success if you combine your 2 rolls.
So I should roll 4d6 for all of my rolls, but to everyone's 2d6.
So, like nods and goes, Embers, I know there's some shit going on with you. Like, I remember before I got shot, something was going on, but as far as I'm concerned, you're okay with me. Anyway, I might not be a guard here much longer, so... To be honest, after you killed the carnival leader, just keep your head down. I think you're in good stead here.
Thanks. It means a lot to me that we're cool.
Yeah, everyone seems to really want to be cool with me recently.
I always wanted to be cool with you.
Aw, you're sweet. Pat you on the face. I'm gonna drink more now.
Oh, yeah.
You go, like...
I don't blame you.
Get hit on by somebody, or maybe stab them. I don't know. Whatever it is you do.
Shit. You know what? Probably a bit of both. And then I leave. Because the silence is slightly awkward.
Yeah. You say something you think is really cool, and she just watches you like... Okay. Cool. Graves and Green, you do your thing. I'm going to slip away to the bathroom for a minute.
Right.
You know how this shit works.
I'll MC.
Yeah, so...
The Inquisitor dies immediately. He chokes on his drink.
We win.
So yeah, I think you're probably like talking to people, so I wait until you're like done with someone, and then you hear like Graves.
Yeah, and this is a common occurrence for Graves. He looks and he's like, "Yes, who needs me?"
And I like come over to you, but well,
Hey.
you have quite the establishment here.
And he smiles and he's like, "I've been trying to get you to come down here. How long? It's been a minute since the last shipment."
It's been a while, and I hold out my hand for you. Do you take my hand and then blow a hug? Yeah.
Yeah, Graves always has gloves on, and he takes off his glove when he goes to shake your hand, and then
cool. And I like pull you into the pat on the back, kind of like half hug, it's shaking hands. Well, it's been busy up at the grotto, and but I could make some time. Your great party down here at the base.
He turns and looks at we get the shot of the stage in the back with Gam's probably finishing up her set, and he's like, "Yeah, it's a lot better than the last one. you have, and he like raises an eyebrow. The water.
Of course. And I like take out a bit and I put it in like a tin can and I hand it to you and I say, if you show me where I can put it, I can leave some for you to give to anyone who needs it and, well, have some yourself. You should come up to the grotto sometimes. I know you're busy down here, as much as I'm busy up there, but, you know, it's a nice place. You should see it.
Graves responds like, yeah, I remember those caves. I don't know. Running ashore every week.
Want to manipulate
It's a
him?
little tiring.
Yeah, there.
Yeah, do you want
Maybe you can bring your guys and have a show up at the grotto. I'm sure everybody there would be excited.
Yeah, and I think when you say that, Graves like his eyes widen. He's like, "That is great. That is a great idea."
I was trying to give you a chance to manipulate him there so you could both get XP.
I would like to like. I mean, I guess you already like it, like the idea. So yeah, I say
Yeah, there's no need for it.
Well,
yeah, but like I was like his eyes widened. It got loud back there. Sorry, his eyes widened. He's like, "That's a great idea," and then you see he probably like his head twitches, like his eye twitches a little bit, and he like rubs his head a little bit, and he's like, "But I shouldn't leave. I need to stay around here. This place would run rampant without me."
I know the feeling, but you know, sometimes things stay quiet for a while, and we'll see.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I talked to Embers earlier. I want to read you, not because I mistrust you, but because I don't want to like tell Embers' secret. I want to know if you like know that she's up to something, because I kind of want to talk to you about it, but I don't want to be like, hey, Embers is planning something, by the way, and like screw Embers over. So I'm gonna try to roll my sharp here. It's my day. It's my day.
Oh my god. You're the anti-Adam.
Yep. Adam touched some red kryptonite, and here I am. Yeah, I talked to Embers earlier. You know why she's here?
Yeah.
She's here to turn into Vinnie Jones and scream at us. And then disappear.
I assume he'll be back in a second.
Yeah, he was just moving room, I think, with a bit of background noise.
No.
Oh, Angry Vinnie Jones is back. That's what the bodyguard looks like, who's from Castletown. Angry medieval Vinnie Jones.
So yeah, I ask you, you know why she's here?
Yeah, and when you say Embers, Graves smirks and he's like, "Oh, I know." And
All right.
and he probably like looks at you and he's like, "You should keep a head down. Did you see your table?" And he like gestures at like the booth that's like separate from everybody else in the front.
Yeah, and I kind of shake my head a bit and I say, I appreciate it a lot, but you know me, I like to mingle with the people. I don't really want to be all separate.
And he smiles like, "It's our place among the people. I never go up there anyway." And he like points at his like separate. You can see there's people partying up there, but he's not involved. And he's like, "I like to be in it, mixed with everybody. It's where you learn the most."
Cool.
It's true.
So
Anyway, yeah, I think I want to ask at least one of my questions.
Yeah.
I want to know what you wish I'd do. Or I want to know what you wish Green would do. What Graves wishes Green would do.
just hold him.
Yeah, just love me. No,
Pet him gently.
I think Graves, since I've known Green for a long time, it's more of like not like a superficial thing. It's like I know that Green holds back a lot. Like he's a different person under there, and I just wanted to let loose a little bit tonight. Like have fun and not be worried about everything happening around him all the time.
All right,
That's why I
cool.
invited him.
So yeah, I think I like tap on my guitar on my back and I say, I haven't played in ages, but if there's an open mic later, maybe
For
I'll
you,
go up there.
always. And I think that's when like you hear, at least in the background, like trumpets or whatever, like the beginning of the play is beginning, like it's starting, and
Yeah.
like the curtains are probably they fell a little bit after her, and they're starting to open again.
Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
and I say to Graves, I assume you're needed up there, or are you gonna sit in the crowd?
I'll be around.
Try to stay close. If things go south, I can handle myself, and I don't want you to get hurt.
And he's like, if I got hurt in here, that'd be the end of the world. And he probably like whistles as he walks away, like just going through people, like getting out of his way.
Yeah.
Cool. So
And I think I'm gonna get a drink and sit with Domino and watch the play.
yeah. I mean, do people have like assigned tables? Like, is there like a table with a name card on it for everybody, or?
I think so, but there's definitely places around that aren't. It's not full because everybody's not high class.
Yeah.
Just
It's
it's
quite a
definitely
big
it has
space.
people. On it, though.
Cool. So who are all the PCs sitting at the same table? Do they all have their name cards at the same like table? Because food does come out, so I imagine they have to have like. Because I think a good time to eat would be during the play.
I mean, I'm sitting with Domino. Embers is probably also sitting with Domino, or do you want to leave her to herself? Do you
It's
want
up to Graves.
Yeah, I was going to leave it to herself.
Where did
I
the
wanted to go and
mastermind
find
of the
Graves.
meal put everyone? Like with their little named place cards.
I think I always have the one up front for green, but there's probably some in the back that I know. I put Embers in the back, but within sight of the Inquisitors. And I probably placed like green can kind of sit wherever he wants. He doesn't have like a specific spot.
Well,
But Embers, I
maybe
place in a good spot.
maybe I'm envisioning this wrong, but I'm kind of thinking like this is like a dinner and show kind of affair, yeah. So there'd be these tables that everyone eats at. I'm kind of thinking like the Oscars or something. So my real question is, who's everyone sitting with? Because it wouldn't be little tables of two, would it? Would it not be like kind of larger tables and people sitting in mingling groups, or?
Yeah, it's probably groups of probably 5 or 6. So you like Embers isn't alone at the table. Constantine's probably at the same table. I probably group people by like what I think would be interesting to see. So it's probably not mixed with the best people. They're just there. But
Yeah.
I make sure, because I'm trying to provide this like opportunity for Embers, that she isn't at the same table as someone suspicious of her. But other people is kind of the major and everybody, like the big people, they can kind of go up to a balcony if they want to be, like away from everybody.
Yeah.
If not, like they all have cards around a table. So
Okay,
it's
cool.
groups, mixtures of people. I like to see people react with each other that wouldn't normally react with each other, especially in my place.
Embers and Domino are supposed to be sitting with Constantine and Pepper, and maybe like one other person, like kind of somebody here without a +1. Can you think of an interesting? Would be an interesting
Somebody,
mix.
Liana, maybe.
Liana.
It's just Constantine and a bunch of women. That sounds like he's having a whale of a time.
Yeah, Liana. Well, and Twitch then, because Twitch is Liana's. Yeah, you tried to sit Constantine with his father, and the father didn't show up. So,
Yeah.
So,
So it says wolf. It doesn't say Liana.
yeah, and
So yeah, I think then green is like edge loading it up and is just sitting in the corner alone somewhere,
yeah. Well, in that
like,
case, you're sitting
kind of
alone.
behind people.
Yeah,
Like
Hit
I want to have a
himself.
look. I want to have a kind of everything in my sight.
Yeah.
If something happens, I want to like be the first one to notice.
yeah. The other person kind of doing that is Domino, who hasn't left the bar, and is still knocking back pretty noticeably now. Maybe a bit too much alcohol for before the meal's supposed to go out. And Embers, if you're at your seat, you're just sitting there with Liana, Twitch, and Pepper. And then we look at
Constantine's out the back.
yeah, because we see the empty space for Constantine next to Pepper, and we're in the back with Camo, and Camo's sort of going. Anyway, as I was saying, it's very important with acting that your stance is correct. legs akimbo, as such, chest out.
Like this. Okay.
Yeah,
Right.
and then you lead with a roar. Oh, 77 ago. Now you.
I do it. Like, where are we? Like, what do I say?
Well, something you like. What is your favorite of my
No,
pieces?
DM, MC. I'm asking you, what do I see around me, like right now?
You've kind of
It's
just been taking
consistency.
it. It would have been like a bunk for somebody at like the. It'd have been like a personal bunk room, maybe with 2 people, but it's just his at the moment because there's plenty of space. He led you into the back, through several, and you saw there's kind of a space with several of these compartments, and it looks like this is where Graves' crew is kind of bedding down for the time being. And you definitely
okay.
passed one that had like a nice like curtain, which the others didn't have, and a bit more of a like there's kind of a wee sign on it that said like "keep out," you know.
Ah, okay.
And there's something about that kind of just scared you.
Yeah. So I'm just like, four.
No.
Show me again.
From the
Hang on.
diaphragm.
Right.
4 score. I was watching Blackadder today. 4 score.
See, I tried not to interrupt you. You're interrupting yourself to read my not interrupting. Fucking hell, Matt.
Yeah, I'm the worst. 77 years ago,
Maybe it would just help if I had some material to read, like you do,
Maybe.
so I can actually embody what I'm saying.
Oh, of course. And he turns around and begins like looking through like his stuff, and then like he perks up a minute and goes, "Did you hear that? Oh, fuck! The play's starting. I need to be on stage."
I mean,
Show yourself out. I'll be. He just takes off.
right. I'll be practicing. Four.
Does he put his trousers back on before he goes to the play, or does he think...
Four.
This is the classiest group ever.
Yeah. So I suppose I'll spend my hold and go over to the tent and just what should I be on lookout for, since it's.
It would be a
Yeah,
new situation once you go in there, so you'd roll again.
Oh, okay. I thought I could hold it. Oh, okay. I'll read the situation then.
Okay, so you move over to the sort of veiled curtain to get him. Before you enter, though, you see it's like a tight metal corridor. Down at the far end of the corridor, like a figure is just filling up the entire corridor. They must be like they're well over 6 foot tall and wide. And not like muscular wide, like massive fat wide.
Okay.
And they're just filling up the end of the corridor, kind of in a dark patch, so you can't quite make out their features.
Are they in front of the place I gotta go, or past it?
No, they're past it. Kind of in the direction you originally came from. Like from the kind of entrance from the place you eat to this area.
Can he see me? Or is he like behind a corner or something, did you say?
He's looking directly in your direction. Like you came out, started walking down towards it, and he was already standing there. Almost kind of like he was waiting for you.
Okay. I just kind of go, since the guy was like saying, like, sort myself out, I just, as he was doing before he left, as he was running out, I keep saying, four, score. And I kind of say to myself, maybe if I look through some of his notes, maybe that will help. And then I just take up like a piece of paper that I can see and start reading it. And I pretend to start reading it and I go, 4 score and wolves and a sheep. You, could you?
You're acting
No,
as shit, sheep. and you recognize the voice. It's King Hershey, leader of the Hershey Boys.
Oh yeah, the Hershey Boys.
Graves, the reason he would be here is not only is he an important figure in the area, he controls all the chocolate, trade around here. At some stage, he got a massive stockpile of the stuff, and has been slowly, he deals in, as well as drugs and sugar, he deals...
I probably gotten chocolate from him at some point,
yeah.
so he's definitely...
If you have chocolate involved in any of your meals, Hershey's the guy you get it from.
Yeah,
and
sure.
he's a big purveyor of the arts, as well as being a big man. And he waddles, he's kind of a Kingpin-esque figure, if you think of, Daredevil, only where Kingpin's all muscle, he is still mostly fat. Kind of, waddles along, and from a room kind of behind you, one of his boys comes out, I think Peanut Butter comes out. Peanut Butter comes... Control yourself. Okay, Peanut Butter comes out from behind you, and you can see, because everyone gets to be packing, they've both got guns on them. Peanut Butter's got, some sort of submachine gun, strap, kind of held loosely, and Hershey's, wearing, a fine, white suit. Green. A fine white suit, that's kind of actually fitting him relatively well, despite his massive size.
Does he kind of like the Kingpin?
Kinda, only like I said, a lot chunkier. I think he comes waddling out, sort of stands towering above you, because you're not a very tall guy, and he's a pretty tall guy. And you can see
5'9" or something.
Yeah, although he's got this nice suit on, he's got a sawn-off shotgun attached at his hip, which looks really out of place. It's I knew it was you I saw walking back here.
You don't miss anything, do you, Hershey?
No.
What can I do for you, mate?
What can you do for me? You can explain to me why the fuck you trade us to the carnival and got my boys killed.
Really? I betrayed you to the carnival. One, they attacked this place, almost killed one of our own. Two,
they almost killed a god. Not one of
Yes.
yours.
Yes, but if they had shot this place and stayed, who do you think they'd ask to run them out of town? That's trouble for my people. We're the only ones who could have actually stood up to them. We set up the deal with you. We were intermitting that procedure. No one knew the carnival was coming to town.
I sent people. You were supposed to run security for our deal. Maybe you didn't know they'd come here next and cause trouble. But you were supposed to run security. You arrived late. And it just so happened the carnival slaughtered my people and stole my shit. I don't know you to be anything but punctual.
Yes, well, turns out one of our bikes slowed us down. Now, we had a deal. The deal went south, but I was late. What do we say? 2 bottom and quarter even. I'd hate to lose a customer.
Hershey tilts his head. You think $2 worth the life of my man?
$2 and a...
If you sold us out, then that cost me a lot more than $2.
Really? Do you think I sell people out? My word is my bond. When I make a deal, I make a deal. Whether to help, to hinder, or to kill.
I think you've got to manipulate him. You got to get him to think you didn't do it, and then he'll take the $2. So yeah, I think it's going to have to be another hot roll from you.
Hot.
Yay! Somebody else rolled a red. Yay! I'm not alone.
The right screen. Excellent. Good. Great. let me just think for a second.
During this, Graves is doing his how's everybody doing tonight kind of thing on the
Yeah.
stage.
Nice. Yeah, we can probably just
Bang,
hear
bang,
Graves
bang.
in the background.
Shotgun sound.
So he like looks at you and he like looks you up and down and goes, "Free barter. That should cover it. Do we have a deal?"
I dressed a little light today. I only have 2 on me.
We pay the rest when we get back to shore. Sure, Wolf is good for it.
Yes, well, that's fine. You can have your free barter.
He holds out like one massive meaty hand.
I look at him, I look at his hand. I look at the guy behind me and I go, I don't do deals like this. Consider this a favorable experience for us
You
at our
think you're
exchange.
too good to shake my hand, little sheep? Shake my fucking hand.
Did you show me respect?
Kings don't need to show respect to sheep.
I shoot him.
Okay. So
Actually,
here's
no.
the-
I shoot his person behind.
Okay. You're gonna have to act under fire because, as I'm pretty sure you figured out, the reason he wanted you to shake his hand was
The
so
trap. He's gonna
so
pull me
the
in.
other guy could grab your gun.
Yeah.
So he was prepared to grab it. So you're gonna act under fire. The fire is he gets to your gun before you do.
Mm.
Because he doesn't just get to
Um,
take it like he was planning, but he is like going to try and grab it.
Yeah. Oh, shoot that fucker.
Could act under fire for it. Let's just get to the right screen so people can see. That's a nice round 12 there. Adam looks so pissed off.
It would take me 3 rolls to get anywhere near that fucking number.
All right. Yeah, get there in free. Yeah, you
Yeah,
whip out the
mess
gun.
with you.
And you shoot his man in the face.
Yes. I do 4 harm.
Okay, well he's got
Messy.
probably got 1 armor on him. Doesn't matter, he's dead. Like you whip your gun out, you shoot the guy like in the face, like it face disappears because it's a magnum.
I mean that rings around, right?
Yeah.
That's a gunshot.
The tags on a magnum are messy and loud, right?
Yes.
Okay, so
we do
yeah,
that.
I was gonna be like you don't hear it because it's of the show, but I think with the, the
he's
loud
close
tag,
and loud.
yeah,
Close and
loud,
messy.
yeah, but loud's there. That's the one.
Mm.
So yeah, that rings out for everyone else, and like everyone goes, their eyes go off Graves.
Yeah,
They
and
look
I think
around. Everyone hears it. Embers, you hear it. Green, you hear it.
Graves is just like everybody's getting rowdy tonight. I guess it's a good time. It's a good time. Keep it down back there. And he tries to like keep the crowd going, and at the same time he's looking at one of his men like, "Hey, go see what it was."
We see like Lamprey and Toyota like move in that direction.
And I'd lean towards Leah and Twitch and all that and go, it's funny that Constantine... Oh, sorry, all the cameras have just disappeared. Go...
Double Constantine. How weird.
Double
Oh.
Constantine.
Everything is one.
Lean towards Leah and go, kind of funny that Sheep's disappeared, isn't it? Maybe it's worth checking it out. It's not my problem, but could be yours.
Am I still double, or is that alright?
You're still double.
You're still double. Are you trying to manipulate her into something particular, or are you just making chat?
No, I'm trying to manipulate her into fucking off.
Okay. Oh, to Leah.
Yeah, Leah and Twitch. Or basically, and Pepper as well, I guess. The part of the biker gang.
Yeah. Yep, that's better, Constantine. Yeah, okay. Roll a manipulate check for me.
Can we just take it that I roll a 4? Do we really have to go to the embarrassment of me clicking the damn roll?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
We almost.
Oh, a 6! I'm
We're
getting
back up to
fucking better.
6s.
Can we say I helped by trying to get the crowd's attention back on it, and like it made it like that kind of situation, like y'all two, more like you think maybe you know what's going on.
Okay.
Maybe she should listen to you. You know, because if I'm not freaking out and you are, that makes a difference, right?
Surely if you're not freaking out, though, that would be against Embers' case. Like, they'd be like, oh, there's nothing wrong. Graves is chill.
Okay, yeah, that makes more sense. Trying to help. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I get you. I definitely got what you're trying to do. It's just... Oh, we got Robot Green.
So does that mean instead he's going to roll to interfere with my roll? 6 isn't bad enough.
No, I'm not going to interfere. Yeah,
He's
no.
not-
I was just trying to think of a way, and it didn't make sense.
Yeah. No, it
No,
didn't quite make sense in the fiction from what you said that time.
So,
Well, hang on a second. I've got a move to make.
no.
And I think it's only fair to direct it at...
Green, right?
Yeah, Green. So, like, you're attacked by the devil. He bites you.
I love how no matter how many bad rolls I do, it's never like, come on, why don't we should target Embers? No, you know what? She suffers enough with her shit.
Well, it's also just you're always in, like, a pretty controlled situation where I can't really fuck with you as easily.
I mean,
I do it on purpose.
Liana's,
But, like,
Liana's a pretty big
right now, like-
person.
You suffered enough.
Right now, a pair of huge, meaty arms have wrapped around Constantine's chest from behind and lifted him up, pinning his arms to his side. And as he does it, King Hershey drops to the side, pulling you both into the kind of cordoned off room,
Ah, damn, I wanted to do something. Shit.
and is trying to basically just trying to start crush you. Like he's just like, come on, you.
As he's doing that, I was just gonna say, this is. Well, I suppose I can't say it now. There's no point in me trying to say it.
You can start talking.
Yeah, because I was just gonna say this is what happens when you don't show me respect. 2 bars should be enough.
You get about halfway through that before you feel the breath get crushed out of you, and he pulls you into a side room and starts squeezing you.
Yeah, fuck you then. I'm going to, you know what, Hershey? It's time to break your bars. I'm going to kick this guy in the nuts then, since he's got me so
Yeah.
the way that he has to try and make him let me go.
Yeah. So I think you're going aggro.
Yes.
You want him to
I
let
level
you
up.
go. If he doesn't let you go, you'll kick him in the nuts.
I mean,
Mhm.
is it aggro? Are you not being hurt in the process of him squeezing you and throwing you around?
I think it's aggro because he has an option here. He could let you go and not get hit. It's kind of the thing I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, does he want to? You just shot his guy. I mean, it's cool. It sounds like you're just trying to get it. Aggro's threatening someone with violence, right?
Mm.
Not
don't-
fighting
Because,
someone.
he doesn't really. It's not like Constantine is let me go or I kick you in the nuts.
He's
I'm
just
kicking
kicking
you
in
in
the
the
nuts.
If he gets
Yeah.
kicked in the nuts, it's not going to be an expected
Yeah,
thing.
but Constantine can't really do anything aggressive to directly. He's being captured effectively. He's not in a situation to effectively fight as normal. He has to
Plus,
first get out of this.
I passed my first attack roll, so him just getting free harm at me would be a bit.
Yeah, I didn't want to just be just take harm.
Yeah,
I mean, to me, it sounds more
That's-
like you're trading
seems
harm,
by
like you're
phone.
going one with this fucker.
yeah. It seems
Mm.
Okay.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm going to break a principle and say I took a move. I took capture someone. So the thing
Yeah.
is, he's kind of captured right now, making it impossible for him to directly trade harm. He has to first kind of get out of this situation of being.
that's act under fire, right? That would make
Yeah, I
more
was gonna
sense.
say something.
He could act under
Yeah.
fire. That could work too.
Yeah, act under fire to get into a position where you can actually hurt this guy.
That still works for me.
Yeah, that
I don't
works.
It sounds
Um,
better than going aggro.
Go aggro didn't fit it at all to me. That's why.
Personally.
That worked for me, but yeah, act under fire works too. You can go for that one.
Yeah, well, Matt, you're the MC, so it's
No.
your job to make us all happy, and that's all you do, right? You cater to our every whim, and this is not about what you want. It's just about what we want.
Roll a low one so I can do something to Green.
Oh, do you want me to roll for him?
No, God damn it. I want to win this.
I mean, you can go on his character sheet and just click it. Yeah. Like...
I leveled up, but I'll level up after the scene.
Okay, cool.
Act under fire.
Okay,
Show off.
partial. So I think you get free. You push yourself free, but he feels you get out. Like he feels you wriggle and kick and scramble your way out of his grasp, and takes the opportunity to like go nope and like turn and run out of the room. Like he just pushes himself back through the doorway and starts like trying to make a run for it. Like he takes a chance to put some distance between him and you.
Yeah, better.
Like,
Fat bastard.
Yeah, he starts quickly waddling away. Like you can pursue and go out round into the corridor.
I just kind of stand up and I say "fat bastard" as I'm walking towards my actual mission goal.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
have a heart
myself,
attack
man.
from the next room.
you're You're now in the room you wanted to end up in, which is definitely a plus. But from the corridor, you hear like two people shouting, "What the fuck's going on here? Get on the ground! Like get down, you fat fuck! I will shoot you in the head. I don't care how good your chocolate is."
Chocolate?
Chocolate.
That's what Waterygrave calls chocolate. It's chocolate.
Can I do a quick scramble to see if I can find the drugs?
Yes, absolutely. Before you do, I'm going to cut the video because I think I've gone really long.
Silly faces, everyone.
So they